Yo, what is going on, guys? TymeStopper here, coming back at you another Raid Shadow Legends video. And guys, we are back on the Hell Hades free-to-play challenge account. I know it's been a minute since we did an update, but I've been working my bum off for you guys, hopefully grinding this account. And we have made some major progress in just about every area of the game. So I'm excited to talk a little bit about it today. And we have some exciting things that are going to be happening here today as well on the video. So let's jump in. Okay, guys, so just a real quick tour, if you will, around the entire account. As you can see up here, we are level 49 and we are looking oh so snazzy with that new avatar that we got from the, what's it called, the Titan anniversary event. So we're looking snazzy in that. You can see we are almost to level 50. I'm pretty sure we can get there today. I'm hoping we can. I mean, we are so close to being able to get there today. So other than that, what do we got going on? Well, what have I been doing? Well, I've been grinding, the food on the account. I've been working on just about everything I can. And I've been working on, you guessed it, the referrals. That's right. So as you can see, we've got referral 1 up to level 40. We've got referral 2 just right there at level 39, almost ready to hit that level 40 for those 2 epic books. And then referral 3, well, he's kind of lagging behind, but I'm going to put some effort into him today, hopefully, or tomorrow, and maybe push him up to level 40. I'll probably let all these accounts sit at level 40 for a little while because it does take a ton of energy to get up to level 50, and I just don't know that I can do it right now. I don't have any energy on the accounts. I have about 1,000 gems on the first 2, but that's not going to get me very far. So I think rather than push it, I'm just going to let them sit there for a little while, log in, do the dailies, get the energy, wait till it stocks up, and then just kind of do a burst. That's kind of what I've been doing, to be honest with you. I waited until each of these first 2 was up to about 6,000 energy a piece, and then just kind of grinded on them a little bit. So you can see we did really well. We do want to pick up this last void shard before the 2x voids coming out this weekend. Of course, we are anticipating that, so that way we can maximize our void shard pulls, and maybe luck will be on our side and we get something good. Who knows, right? But the epic books are good. These epic books, I don't really know what we're going to do with those, and that's because if we go over here and start looking at who we could upgrade the skills on, we are down to just Mordecai and Steel Skull right now as for epic champions that need books. And that's because we finally got all of our books into our Jareg. That's right. So we have his A1 fully booked out now. So he has the 60% chance of placing that decrease attack, which is massive. And then we got the ally protection cooldown as well. Now, as for masteries, we are working on trying to get him some masteries next, probably. Where we're at right now with our progression, if you look, we have 1, 2, 3, and we just 6-star Deacon. So we have 4 6-star champions. Now, we do have masteries on both Kale, if we take a look here, and we have full masteries on Frozen Banshee. We're going to hold off on Deacon because I don't know that they do a ton for him right away. I think they'll be more impactful for Jareg, to be quite honest with you. And that's because Deacon doesn't have a banner or anything like that. So I don't know that I really want to push him to get masteries. I'd rather just get it on Jareg first initially. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be thinking backwards there. If I am, let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think? Like, which one would you go for masteries for first? And do I have enough juice to get masteries by doing Kale and Frozen Banshee in a third, or do I have to buy one more set of masteries? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll check that out later in the video here. Now, as for what we're going to do next, I'm kind of stuck. I don't know who I want my last, or not my last, but my 5th 6-star champion to be. Originally, I was thinking Steel Skull because he is my clan boss team, but I don't know that he is the long-term answer. And I say that because if we look at what we already have Jareg, who has a increased defense on his A2, and we have poisons coming from Frozen Banshee and Kale. So really, all Steel Skull is bringing me extra is this heal and this single target cleanse because I've already got the increased defense. So I don't know that. Well, I mean, he has this heal here as well, but it's off of their max HP, not his. So it's kind of a weak sauce heal, if you will. So I don't know if he's gonna be that fifth, 6-star champion. Hopefully, we'll pull something during the 2x voids that does something impactful, or I'm hopeful. I'm guessing that the info is going to come out this week on the multipliers and what they're doing and everything else for the rework. And of course, I say that because we do have Errol in here, and they are supposed to be reworking his A2 to be an AoE decreased defense. So if we can get an AoE decreased defense on a Force champion, that could be massive for our progression in the arena right now. Now, I know we already have decreased defense in the form of Deacon. However, this would be a backup and a nuker that is Force. So I'm really hopeful there. As you can see, we just got some random champs that we've been saving up in here. And then, we're pretty low on the food in the reserve vault. Speaking of arena, I'm hoping that today is the day that we finally push into gold 4. Arena reset yesterday, so it did. We were pretty close to gold 4, but when arena resets, it kind of knocks us back. So I've literally just been sitting here refreshing every 15 minutes, looking to see if there's any teams that I can beat, and picking on one or two teams here or there, and kind of hoping for the best. In gold 1 through 3, you can lose 12 battles a day. But once you get to gold 4 and 5, you can lose like 25. So it's harder to stay in them, but there's a lot more one-man defenses up there. So I'm hoping you got to get up there and farm those gold medals, because that is massive. I mean, we're sitting on 315 right now. And if you guys remember from the last update, we were just kind of throwing them any old place in here to make all this go bronze or what have you. And now I really need to focus down on my crit damage and my accuracy for my magic next. And that's because if we look at where we're at on the missions, our next thing is to do 2 gold great halls at 4 and then 3 of them at 5. So I am going to have to pick a third one I want to do at 5. I'm thinking maybe accuracy for Spirit to help Deacon out with that decreased defense, but I could be swayed another way if that's the case. But if we look at where we are on the missions, of course, we have made some pretty solid progress. I did kind of fail on this grabbing a Force Superior Potion. So we did get put a week behind on that one. Of course, that's going to open up here in like 2 days, but then we're going to have to wait all the way to the weekend to do this one and start grinding through these. So a little bit unfortunate. However, it did give me a little bit of time to get some of these other ones done that we see on here that it's asking us for, where it's talking about ascend champions and just making sure you have enough. And then this one here. And then I think there's one here. I think it's in here, if I'm not mistaken, that's we need to get 2 great halls to level 4 or something like that. Maybe. There we go. Upgrade 2 great hall bonuses to level 4. So that shouldn't be too bad. Obviously, that's going to be our next stumbling block, because all the rest are ones that I can pretty easily go through as long as the things are open for them. 7.5 million damage, easy. And then, of course, we'll get to Fuse Relic Keeper before we get to that 4th spot. Now, as for the challenges, where we're at on those, we did make a little more progress, however, not as much right now. Of course, our ones here, we have 3 left in the champion ones. Upgrade a Force champion to level 6. Obviously, if we did the Errol, that would fill this one out. And then, of course, use campaign battle of 4 champions to level 60. That's pretty easy. This one's going to be a little bit of a pain. Keep a champion from every faction in your collection because of the Sylvan Watchers. I don't know. We're getting a fusion this week. Fingers crossed, maybe they'll give us a rare in that fusion that I can just kind of complete this and be done with this, grab that legendary book up. Of course, with the artifacts one, this one I'm a little stuck on. Fully equip a champion with accessories. That's because I really haven't been farming Spider. I wanted to get my core clan boss team down first and then move on to Spider. I don't want to be spending a bunch of energy in Spider if I can't get my core clan boss team to 60. So I've been kind of focusing on that. Once I get my core clan boss team to 60, then we're going to go back to Spider and we're going to start farming Spider and we're going to get some accessories for everybody, because that's what's going to take us up to that next level. As for the dungeon ones, we are kind of sitting here on the clear stage 13 of the Fire Knight Castle. Haven't tried this one yet. I was struggling a little bit earlier on some of the other Fire Knight ones just because I don't have a lot of the gear and stuff I need. However, if I were to gear Rhonda properly, I would bet that I could probably accomplish this one, but I just haven't put a ton of effort into it because even some of the ones that are going to unlock, what I mean, I'm not going to use the sacred right away anyway. I'm not going to use this until we get to 2 times sacreds, and we got 4 weeks till that happens. So I'm, not in a big hurry to spend energy in a dungeon that I'm not going to farm anyway. As for the arena, where we're at on that one, we're almost done with those. Again, we got to upgrade 3 great hall bonuses to level 5. So, I mean, we've actually made really quick work of these challenges, to be quite honest with you. I mean, this one, we're almost done. The artifacts one, we are on part 9 of 10. The dungeon one, we got one thing to do. Here, we got one thing. We're making pretty good progress. Now, Faction Wars, that's a whole different ball of wax. As a matter of fact, as you can see here, I am stuck. I don't even have an orc to my name. If we look and we open up the Master Vault, the Reserve Vault, I got no orcs. No orcs. We are really struggling in Faction Wars. And that's because I made the decision at this point to keep dumping energy into farming my champions 260 first. So I've been fooding a lot of champions that I normally wouldn't, and I'm not hanging on to a whole bunch. Again, once I get that core clan boss team in, though, I can start leveling up some of these other guys that are just chilling in the vault right now. A lot of these champions like that are already at 30, I can start throwing some gear on them and things like that. That'll help because, even if it's kind of throwaway gear down the road, I can still get some extra stars in Faction Wars and start working on that. But I just haven't wanted to deal with that because, again, I'm saving my energy for other places. So Faction Wars, you got to get on the Faction Wars because, we're super far behind. If we look at the Forge, I can't really forge much of anything because I, haven't made any progress in Faction Wars, which is kind of unfortunate. And, of course, as always, our silver is super low over here. So making fairly good progress. Doom Tower wise, we are stuck for sure. I have managed to finish 2 of the secret rooms so far on this, but I just cannot seem to pass this level 50 Griffin. It's just a little too much damage for me. I don't have a reviver. I don't have enough heals right now to make this happen. Hopefully we can pull something and, kind of push up through there to keep getting those rewards. But I've literally every day just been going in using my silver keys down here on the first stage of the Griffin because it's just easy. I'm not going to really use any of the gear that I'm going to get from any of these anyway because the mats that we're getting just aren't worth it. If you look at them, they're all rare 4 and 5 star. I'm not going to spend the silver to level that stuff up. So we are kind of stuck on that right now, but I'm hoping to push through that once we get that last level 60. As for clan boss, we're doing pretty solid right now. As a clan, we are working super hard on hard. You can see already it's down and we are working towards brutal. I don't have any keys into brutal yet today, and that's because I was waiting on my books to come in on my Jareg. So we did a key on hard earlier today, and that key came out at 10.27, so not too shabby on that one. Hoping to do a little more on this brutal key here in just a few minutes. What I'm going to do, I think, is probably cut for now and just work on grinding some of this stuff out. And then when I come back, we will hopefully run this key and see where we're at. And maybe we'll be level 50. Who knows? So yeah, let's go. I'm going to go grind some levels out and I'll be right back in just a moment. Okay, well, I've used up all the free energy that I had. As you can see, we are about 10% of the way to level 50. I'm going to keep working on that today. Obviously, if the thumbnail says we hit level 50, then you know it happened, but I'm not going to make you guys wait on it. However, we did go ahead and level up some of our gear and whatnot. Oh, let's do this here real quick. See how far. We only got 600K. Hopefully, nope, not all the way to level 16. We only got it to level 15, but that's okay. So we've got all the gear leveled up that we can afford to level up. We've got all the champs as high as we can get them. Let's go in here. Let's see what we can do on this brutal clan boss. It's still on void right now. And right now, my highest record, I think I did a key that was 11 million, but sadly, I didn't record it on the HH Challenge website. If you guys haven't been over to check this out, be sure to check this out. Okay, there we go. So over here on the free to play challenge, you can of course follow along with all of the main challengers, the 10 folks that are doing it. However, we can click on to show community and then show leaderboard. So this has got some of the stuff here and, number of level 60s and whatnot and who got them fastest and all that good jazz. But if we go over here to show leaderboards, we can go into clan boss, best one key, and then we can click on brutal. I'm probably even getting bumped off the leaderboard. Oh, no, there we are, level number 41. I got an 8.69 million key recorded. I swear I did a 10 million key already, but it didn't catch it on there. So we're going to upload the results here. We're going to go in. We're going to hit brutal, see what we can do. Again, none of this is speed tuned or anything like that. We've just got our champions in there, where they should be and whatnot. And you know what? Let's have at it, see what we can do. I mean, the bar's pretty low, right? Hopefully we can get the clan moving to a point where we're doing hard and brutal every day. Right now we're getting brutal down to about 50% every day. So, I think that most folks are probably ready to move on. I mean, obviously if I can do a 8 to 10 million a key on brutal, that's a 3 key top chest on brutal. If we can do top chest on brutal and maybe do something on hard daily, that'll work out well for us. But it's definitely going to take some better gear for us to move up to the next level. I mean, we definitely have the champs, I think, to do Nightmare. We just don't have the gear right now to be doing Nightmare. And the other thing, obviously, if we want to move up to Nightmare, we would really want someone, if possible, that can do block buffs for us and or maybe someone that can do some heals or something like that are a little bit better than Steel Skulls. With Steel Skulls heals being based off of the champ's max HP, it doesn't do a whole lot. You can't really control that. If Kale is a damage dealer, he's not going to have a ton of HP to begin with. However, if the HP or the heal is based off a Steel Skull, that's different because then I can just pack his HP super high and get, a lot better heals and whatnot. So I think we want to try to find someone that's a little bit better healer. Maybe a block buffs champion would be nice. Of course, with the 2x voids coming up this weekend, we're going to have 7 voids at least at this point, assuming the clan boss doesn't drop us anything else. I mean, obviously 7 voids is not a ton, but you know what? Maybe we can get a pretty solid epic out of it. I mean, there's a lot of really, really good void legendaries, but to be honest, I don't know what they would do for my account at this point. I couldn't gear most of them, and I don't know. Is it terrible to say that maybe it doesn't even make sense? I mean, would I take an Acrizia if you dropped her onto my account? I mean, of course I would, right? But I just don't know that at the end of the day that they're going to be as impactful as someone that's got the skills that I need that does block buffs, which I think is really what I'm missing in this clan boss team right now. We got heals, we got ally protection, we got the increased defense, we got the decreased defense, we've got plenty of poisons between Kale and Frozen Banshee. But, as you can see here, it looks like Steel Skull is going to be down for the count here because he just doesn't have a whole lot left on him. Only level 50. Yep, Steel Skull went down. That means the bulk of our heals are gone. Now we're really just relying on healing from War Master procs and Lifesteal. And Kale's the only one in Lifesteal. I don't have enough Lifesteal gear because I haven't been farming dungeons to put anybody else in it. So I'm really just relying on War Master procs and the Life Drinker Mastery in order to keep like Frozen Banshee and whatnot topped up. And then, of course, we had the leech from my man over here, Deacon, until he just went down. We do have some continuous heals from Jareg coming out, but as you can see, we're starting to fall apart pretty badly here, and that really didn't do much. So, we're down. Look at that, 9.75 million on that key. So a little bit of an improvement, but without having those heals that we really need, it's really making it tough on us. So, I'm hoping over the next couple days we will get more and we can get a little more solid on that. Obviously, if we can do 9 million a key, it only takes 21 million to top chest on brutal. So, it's definitely a 3 key brutal. So if we can get 3 key brutal, maybe 1 key hard, I think that should be our goal over the next probably 7 to 10 days is to try to get ourselves there. But guys, I think that's about it for today. Of course, I do want to thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. Let me know in the comments down below, how is your free-to-play journey going? Like, what's got you held up and, what are some of your wins been? But as always, until next time, Be good.